We have to go ahead and lock him down. We have to keep him separated from the general population.
So that's the way to do it. And you throw him over the sidelines like a piece of trash, which is sick and tired of this. It's another PR own goal.
The late 40s now, still fighting with these random people in random places.
Yeah.
For 5 million here, 10 million there.
No, he's just a big spender. You can't spend like that.
Piers Morgan has completely lashed out at Floyd Mayweather after reports emerged that the boxing icon had supposedly gone broke due to a shocking $42 million fraud. The news ignited heated discussions across social platforms, TV, and money experts, throwing doubt onto one of the richest careers in sports history. But what exactly set off Morgan's furious outburst? And how did Mayweather, who bragged about 9-figure income and a lavish lifestyle, end up caught in such serious financial disaster?
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather is making major moves in New York City real estate. According to The Real Deal, the undefeated champ is under contract to buy a $402 million portfolio of affordable housing. That's over 60 buildings with 1,000 units, mostly in Upper Manhattan, making this one of the biggest multifamily deals this year. The seller? Josh Godlib of Black Spruce Management, a major player in New York City's rental market. In a statement, Mayweather called this purchase deeply personal, recalling his own humble beginnings where he lived 7 deep in a 1-bedroom apartment. Known for dominating in the ring, Mayweather is no stranger to real estate. He's already invested in 9 New York City skyscrapers. With this move, he is adding to his growing real estate empire, proving that his winning streak extends far beyond the boxing ring.
Boxing icon Floyd Mayweather is making big moves in New York City property. Known for showing off piles of money on social media, wearing watches worth millions, and buying private planes on a whim, Mayweather's wealthy image was over the top. He turned into a brand, not only in fighting, but also in business deals, sponsorships, and even showcase fights built mainly for huge earnings.
It's crazy. I bought myself out my contract from Top Rank for $750,000. When I left them, the McGregor, the Pacquiao, and the Canelo fight, I made $750 million just with those 3 fights.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top Rank boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Mayweather Jr. has long been praised for his enormous riches, reportedly making more than $1.5 billion over the course of his boxing career. Yet, detractors, including rapper 50 Cent, have doubted the long-term stability of Mayweather's wealth. In a 2020 interview, 50 Cent stated that Mayweather's extravagant way of living has drained his money, suggesting that he is not as wealthy as people believe.
What is it? What did people do for you? What gift could they give Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, they bought watches like this.
What in the world is that? I've never seen anything like that in my lifetime. Oh my
Gifts. This is what we do.
Just gifts. Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Can I see that thing again? Oh my God, that's the most beautiful thing. I don't even want to go near it. Oh my God.
Still, beneath the shiny surface, major problems were developing. Money experts have often cautioned that too much spending, bad investments, and a lack of steady income sources could put even the biggest fortunes at risk. For Mayweather, those cautions now appear to have come true.
Does Floyd Mayweather, is he as rich as we think he is?
No.
So when we see the $1 million in the bag,
that money, light money, like he can get his hands on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't,
I need some of that light money then.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Anytime like that, look, he is who he is. You
Right.
can't discredit who he is. Like, and again, I'll tell you, like, I don't mind, telling the truth in situations like this.
Yet, beneath the shiny surface, major issues were developing. Financial experts have often cautioned that too much spending, unwise investments, and a shortage of steady income sources could put even the biggest fortunes at risk. For Mayweather, those cautions now appear to have come true.
Pose for this, or was this just...
I guess it's something that they just made up.
Something they made up. Do you think they're going to paint over that when it goes as everyone seems to think it's going to go?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You should buy that gym from him and knock it down with a wrecking ball.
We can do that.
That would be something you could do.
We can do that.
You could potentially make... How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
How did you get the nickname Money? Did you name yourself Money, or was somebody else?
They just started calling me it.
They just started calling it. You always have a lot of money with you.
A little bit.
Yeah. I have a picture of, this is from Instagram. You're on what looks like a private plane, and just with a whole...
No, my private plane.
Your private plane, sorry. With a whole lot of money, and it looks like a couple of bowls of ketchup, maybe, also.
No.
Are you eating this money?
Those are cup holders.
Oh, those are cup holders, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't have a private plane.
You didn't flew on me.
What do you do with all this money? I mean, like, do you actually use it? I mean, are you using the cash?
And, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Mayweather Jr., the unbeaten boxing great, has grabbed attention with a major property investment in New York City. In October 2024, Mayweather signed a deal to buy more than 60 affordable housing buildings in Upper Manhattan for around $42 million. This purchase includes over 1,000 apartment units and is seen as one of the biggest multifamily transactions in the city in recent times.
There's a flex happening with Floyd Mayweather that we were all cheering and congratulating him from, but we might need to put a pin in that as some evidence comes forward that things may not be how they seem. So a couple weeks back, I talked about it here on the show. Floyd Mayweather said he dropped $402 million on 62 Manhattan rental buildings. But Business Insider went and did the research. They did their Googles, and they said they couldn't find any receipts that this is true. There were no deed transfers, no public records, nothing. They made some phone calls to owners, and they could not find any information regarding this transaction. Floyd has gone on interviews and discussed it. Of course, 50 Cent dropped in with his troll thing and put the interview up and the information about it and said he bought them in his imagination. Same place he read all those Harry Potter books, because 50 gone 50. My question is, does Floyd, was he swindled in some sort of business deal?
Initial court records and investigative reports show that Mayweather poured hundreds of millions into businesses managed by unvetted financial advisors, some of whom are now facing criminal charges. Alarmingly, these investments were made without proper background checks, a mistake that experienced investors would describe as financial self-destruction.
Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
Even while facing financial controversy, Floyd Mayweather refuses to let anyone forget that is still Money Mayweather when it comes to fashion. In a recent social media post that quickly went viral, the unbeaten boxing champion gave fans an exclusive peek inside his stunning sneaker collection. And it's every shoe lover's fantasy. Arranged perfectly inside his huge walk-in closet, Mayweather showed off hundreds of pairs of rare, top-tier sneakers. From limited edition Air Jordans to exclusive Nike collaborations and custom Louis Vuitton footwear, the total worth of the collection left fans amazed.
I love sneakers. I don't know about nobody else, but Money May love his sneakers. As you can see, I got them stacked all the way up to the top. And I gotta let people know it's sneakers in every box. I ain't stacking just a bunch of boxes, a bunch of sneakers. You know how we do. Wear these one time only. What's the game? Jenga? Jenga? I don't know the name of it. Let's stack it. Let's go. You know, it's dangerous up here. It don't look high, but it's high. Let's stack. We did it. Money made, and y'all know the rest.
Piers Morgan has been especially outspoken about Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement showcase matches, frequently voicing harsh criticism. Although exact remarks from Morgan on this subject are not easily found, his overall position mirrors a wider feeling among boxing traditionalists who see Mayweather's exhibition fights as harmful to his reputation.
Pioneer of all of
You are the pioneer
this
of this.
all started with the Mayweather-McGregor. Yeah. I started this. So, and then remember, I done an exhibition over in Tokyo, then everybody, you see all the professional fighters. So I'm happy that I was able just to do something different and put eyes on me where everybody can do it.
Oh, well, you know, I take my hat off to Chef Ed Sr. He's a legend in the sport of boxing. He's one of the guys that opened up the door for myself. But, of course, I'm still in tip-top condition. And he's a lot older now, you know. Even when we was younger, that would have been a great matchup. But you just you never know. I heard that he posted us and talked about us doing a fight. But I'll be in a no-win situation if I did that.
Mayweather has taken part in multiple showcase bouts against non-professional opponents, including online stars and famous figures. These events, although very profitable, have attracted criticism for having no real competitive value and for possibly hurting the sport's image.
Floyd is somebody since I'm 8 years old. This was my idol. It is a tremendous honor, but make no mistake, June 11th, I'm bringing bad intentions to that man, and I don't care if an exhibition or not. You signed to fight me. It's no quarter, so it's kill or be killed.
Another big event, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a crazy crowd, I'm pretty sure. But I've been here so many times, you know. I've been fighting since 1987 to now, so I know what it takes when, you know, at any level. So I'm just happy to be here.
I watched every one of his fights. I've never seen anybody throw combinations with the intent and the speed and the accuracy of that man, and I was captivated from that night on. So I've been Team Mayweather since I'm 9 years old. But like I said, when it's time to get to business, we're going to get to business. We're going to fight.
I will continue to have fun, entertain, until I'm ready to say, you know what, enough is enough.
In reply to the backlash, Mayweather has shown no regret over his involvement in showcase matches. Mayweather has regularly justified his participation in these events, stressing that they are more focused on showmanship and personal fun rather than real competition. Even with criticism from certain groups, Mayweather keeps pulling in major interest and income through these fights. For example, he made around $20 million for a 6-minute exhibition bout against Japanese MMA fighter Mikuru Asakura, underscoring how financially rewarding these events can be.
Not bad. Not bad. まさか、この二人が相まみえるとは。去年のこの舞台で誰が想像していたでしょうか。こんな特別な時間はあります。
In a recent showcase fight against John Gotti III, Mayweather displayed his lasting boxing abilities, controlling the bout and proving that even after retirement, he continues to be a strong force in the ring. Sports analyst Stephen A. Smith stressed that Mayweather's reputation is being damaged by these matches, suggesting that such events are more like entertainment shows than real boxing competitions. Smith feels that Mayweather should save his appearances for deserving opponents who have earned the chance to be in the ring with a boxing great.
Floyd Money Mayweather retired from boxing 50-0. That individual that he was fighting right there is the grandson of the late infamous mobster John Gotti. I am not aware of John Gotti III having any real kind of boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know. Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space.
Well-known figures in the boxing community have raised concerns about Mayweather's selection of opponents and the style of these exhibition fights. Stephen A. Smith, a famous sports commentator, criticized Mayweather for taking on rivals who haven't earned the privilege of stepping into the ring with a fighter of his skill level. He pointed out that such events blur the line between real competition and entertainment, saying, "This is not a movie. He's so elite. He's so phenomenal. You don't deserve to be in that arena with him unless you've earned it."
Talk about on the street, anything like that. Boxing is your thing. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't see just anybody on the basketball court playing against LeBron James. He won't do it. He doesn't have to. It's a waste of his time. You might see footages of Dwayne Wade training his son. You don't see Dwayne Wade playing against just anybody. He's not doing it. You haven't earned that privilege. It's a privilege to be in the company of greatness, in their venue, in their habitat, in their specialized, home, per se. Floyd Money Mayweather should not be letting just anybody in the ring with him. That's my only point.
Oscar de la Hoya, a past opponent and boxing promoter, shared his displeasure with Mayweather's showcase fight against John Gotti III. De la Hoya called the event shameful and advised Mayweather to think about the lasting effects on his reputation, stating, "You have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions."
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Piers Morgan has been a vocal critic of transgender women taking part in women's sports, arguing that it undermines fairness and safety. He believes that physical differences like muscle size and bone strength give transgender women benefits that hormone treatment cannot completely reduce. Morgan has pointed to examples such as trans Paralympic sprinter Valentina Petrillo to emphasize his worries about competitive fairness in women's athletics.
She is a transgender non-binary.
Well,
how can you be transgender and non-binary?
Because that's what they are.
I thought non-binary meant you were neither one nor the other.
Okay.
Male to female, female to male. Turns out the non-binary is not the same as transgender, or it is.
I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I would say that's probably because they're not allowed to take the correct amount of testosterone because they are still playing in the women's team.
The other half of this is what if they don't compete against women born to female bodies, what happens to trans athletes? Now, I think there's one of two things you can do. Either they compete against their biological sex, which most of them have done anyway for many years, actually never as successfully as they do when they compete against women, which I think is the argument right there. Or you create an entirely new category. There are more and more, as you said, at grassroots level. You create an entirely new category for trans athletes to compete against other trans athletes.
During a live TV debate, Piers Morgan questioned the fairness of transgender athletes competing in women's sports by offering a made-up situation. If boxing champion Floyd Mayweather decided to identify as a woman, should he be allowed to fight female opponents? Transgender rights supporter Joanna Harper answered yes, stating that if Mayweather met the rules for a weight class, such participation would be fine. Morgan strongly disagreed, calling the idea completely absurd and voicing worry about the safety risks of allowing someone with Mayweather's power and physical build to compete against women.
Would you allow, somebody like Anthony Joshua to box in women's boxing in a year's time if he had the treatment?
There's a weight category issue. I'm not sure about the weight categories. He'd be a lot bigger than any woman, but if he was in a woman's size weight category, yes, I would.
You would let Floyd Mayweather,
crazy.
who is pound for pound the most successful boxer in male history, you would let him in a year's time compete at the same weight against women?
Yeah, if there's a weight category.
This is nonsense. I'm sorry.
It's absolute
How
garbage.
could you possibly countenance putting Floyd Mayweather, the most dangerous boxer pound for pound, arguably in the history of boxing, into a ring with women born to female bodies? This is where the argument becomes utterly ridiculous. And it's not transphobic to say so. It's common sense.
Should iconic fighters like Mayweather take part in these showcase events or protect their legacy by remaining retired? Share your opinions in the comments section below.